So AFK Journey is an upcoming gacha game that I got the opportunity to play early during their closed beta, and to be completely transparent, this is a sponsored video, but I will be being completely honest in my critique of the game as I share the game with you guys all. And truth be told, I've actually been interested in AFK Journey ever since I saw it on Vulcan's top 10 gacha games coming out in 2024, and I thought the art style looked really cute. Now, if you're an avid mobile game player, you may have already played or at least heard of AFK Arena, a wildly successful gacha game in its own right. AFK Journey is made by the same company, Lilith Games, but this is a brand new game featuring a unique 3D canvas art style. It's got an auto chess style combat system, an explorable open map, and it has a way larger focus on story. So if you're looking for an honest opinion on this upcoming game with some gameplay and tips, you came to the right place. So first off, I'm an absolute sucker for high fantasy, and AFK Journey has that storybook fantasy vibe all throughout it. Knights, witches, undead, and fox girls, the works. So it's already scoring points with me for that. Something I didn't expect from an idle or AFK game like this was an actual open map to explore. You'll be moving around the map a ton to progress the story, complete quests, and find treasure to level up your characters and pull more units, right? Sometimes to get that treasure chest, you'll have to do a little puzzle, which I think is fun, but the map is very cute. I love the little ducks, bunnies, and other woodland critters you'll occasionally see. It's a nice touch to the world. Besides exploration, a big reason to explore the map is to progress the main story. I think story modes are pretty important to gacha games, and I'm pleased to say the story seems to be fully voice acted, which is a huge plus.
That's right.
The chippy jiggle physics. The story so far has been pretty tame, but it starts by setting up a mystery involving who tried to burn down the village we were living in, and I was interested to find out who done it. There also seems to be some pretty deep lore for the world of Esperia. That's the world that the game is set in, but I'm not there yet. I think most fantasy games slowly build up to a very epic plot, so we'll just have to see about that. And they've got some very well done cinematics that I've probably been using as B-roll for parts of the video, so I can see the effort they've put into the world and characters. But all in all, fantasy world, cute art, story that's voice acted, all things that I like. Well, let's get into the main gameplay of AFK Journey, the combat system. So AFK Journey is a hex grid style auto battle game where the positioning of where you choose to put your units will affect the outcome of the battle. It's very similar to Teamfight Tactics or Dota Auto Chess for anyone who's ever played those. Your characters have skills they will use automatically in battle, but their ultimate can be manually activated. It even goes into like a bullet time slow-mo state, so you can time your ultimate perfectly. I'm sure mastering when to manually use your ultimate will be an important factor in clearing harder, more competitive content in the game. You can choose to auto battle maps where your characters will just use their ultimate as soon as they can, which is really nice, super convenient, and you can also run the fights in 2x speed. There's also certain interactable maps where there may be something like an exploding barrel you can detonate at any time, or even walls that your units will have to move around or shoot their attacks over. So the combat is not completely auto. You can make it as hands-on or off as you want. Units come from different factions like light bearers or graveborn, and having more than one of them in the party grants a special buff. And then there's of course classes such as mages that do magic damage, tanks that, well, tank stuff, and supports that heal or buff up the party. So some pretty obvious advice here if you've never played a game like this. Put your tank in the front so the enemies hit them first, and of course keep your DPSs in the back to try and keep them safe. Leveling up your units in this game is actually super nice due to this resonance system. Pretty much your resonance level matches your 5th lowest leveled character, and all characters in your game will automatically be at your resonance level. I've never leveled up any of these characters here, but they're still level 32. So you don't have to worry about investing into a character that you may stop using in the future, or be worried you need to grind up a new character from scratch because of this system. Characters have different rarities like elite and epic, but these can be further increased all the way to the highest level of supreme by obtaining duplicates of characters or getting these little character tokens that mimic a duplicate. In the beta, there's 37 different characters in the game to try to get. They're all pretty darn unique and cool and have their own little flair and personality. So just as levels are shared amongst the roster, there's also an equipment system that is shared between all members of the same class. You'll get various equipment just by playing through the game, and at the click of a button, you can equip the best gear and even recycle the old ones for resources. So leveling up your characters and gearing them is super easy in this game. They made it super streamlined. It's very convenient. So we might as well talk about how to get new characters, and it is of course through the gacha. So there's two banners in the beta, the All Heroes banner and the Epic Heroes banner. The All Heroes banner has lower odds, but you get a ton of pulls for it, while the Epic Heroes banner has better odds, but the pulls are more rare to get. The percents are honestly pretty decent for a modern gacha game, but they have an amazing system called the Hero Wishlist. I believe after 30 pulls, you unlock the Hero Wishlist, where you can choose 4 characters from each faction, 2 epic, to elite, and if you pull an elite or epic off the banner, it will be one of the ones on your wish list. So whether you're targeting duplicates or just trying to get that character you want for the first time, this system is really nice. After I set all my wish list, I gotta admit, I got really lucky and I got the character I wanted the most in the game, this pretty mage here, Cassidy. I also pulled Cecia, who is very cool, so the gacha has been kind to me so far. Hopefully with the wishlist system, y'all can grab your favorites too. The game has been very generous so far with the summons, just by going along the story, completing quests, dailies, the growth path missions. I've gotten a ton of pulls, and there's also a login bonus of 10 free pulls for 5 days upon the game's release. And on the 4th day, you get a face skin. On the 7th day, you get to choose a free epic hero from one of these 4. So the launch of the game seems to be very generous, and there does seem to be a lot of pulls in the game itself, but even with the wishlist system, it may actually be hard to get that exact unit you want. So there's a few different challenge game modes. First, the Dream Realm is a battle where you try to do as much damage as possible to the boss of the day, and depending on how well you did, you get more rewards. With the goal, of course, to be doing 100% of the boss's HP, but I'm not at that level yet. I think the best I got was 50. The Arena is a PvP game mode where you can set up your personal defense of 5 units, as well as fight other players' defense teams. You can even watch the replays of your defense after, which is cool. So figuring out your 5 best units that work well together will be the key to having a strong defense. And finally, Honor Duel mode. Now, this mode was really fun. It's a game mode where you get to pick and choose units that are presented to you in a shop. They're not from your own roster of characters. You try to win 9 matches total, but if you lose 3, you're out. I had a lot of fun building up units I didn't have, coming up with creative ways to use the items that you can buy effectively. It was just a good time. Maybe I just had a good time because I'm the GOAT and I got 9 wins on the first try, but that's neither here nor there. And of course, doing all these modes give you valuable resources, so doing them is to your benefit. I'd also be remiss to not touch on the rewards you gather while you're AFK. In the bottom left, you'll see the AFK progress, and just by effectively having the game installed, you get rewards over time. You can make these rewards better by leveling up your AFK challenge progress. They're pretty much trials that when you clear them, you sometimes get flat rewards, but you also raise the rewards that you generate over time. Your AFK level also unlocks certain features like unlocking the arena at level 20 or guilds at level 30, so make sure to level it up fast. So before I get my thoughts, if AFK Journey has interested you at all, make sure to pre-register for the game's release with the links down below. The game is slated to come out on March 26th, so register before then. So I honestly had a fun time playing AFK Journey during the beta. It's my first idle style game, and I can actually see the appeal of it. It's not action-filled, needing my attention at all times, which actually makes it like a really chill game. It feels super easy to take on the go because, you know, it's a mobile game, or it's a fun thing to throw up on a window on your computer because it has a PC client. The combat is surprisingly fun, being on like pins and needles if your units are actually going to win or not, okay? The PvP modes actually seem like they could scratch a competitive itch if I ever get one. The game also just looks good with the fantasy setting that I've already oogled over too much, and the art style is really charming and calming. So I'll be waiting for the full release like everybody else and can't wait to see how the game does. Big shout outs to AFK Journey for sponsoring this video. Thank you for giving my channel the opportunity to play your game early and for, hey, supporting me. And then big shout outs to you guys. Without you guys watching these YouTube videos, homies, I would have never gotten an opportunity like this in the first place. So thank you very much. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Big shout outs to the patrons who help keep the channel going. I just got to thank everybody who supports the channel because I really do appreciate you guys a lot. But guys, I will see you guys next time. Have a fantastic day. Peace.